What up, PMP? I'm PokeAim, and today I got a Gen 5 EU match versus my boy Blingox24. He's going to be leading off with a Mamoswine. I'm going to be leading off with a Hippopotame just because this is a sort of sand semi-stall UU team, which I've been trying out. Works pretty well. He's going to hit me with the Toxic first turn, which I really wasn't predicting since you generally don't see Toxic on Mamoswine at all. I'm going to hit him with a Toxic of my own just because I want to wear him down since this Mamoswine is a pretty big threat to my team. Now I'm going to switch out to my Pharaoh Seed, figuring I could take any hit and possibly set up on him, as he's going to set up his Stealth Rocks right here. And now, he's going to hit me with an Earthquake. It's not going to do that much just because I am carrying the Evilite. And I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed just to get some extra HP back since I don't have the leftovers, since that's the price of using Evilite, no leftovers recovery. And now, I was thinking he might try and stay in and attack me again. So I'm going to go for the Protect as he switches out into Sigilyph, since good play on his part since he knows I really can't do much to it since it does have that Magic Guard ability. So he gets that Flame Orb, so I'm predicting the Cycle Shift. So I'm going to switch out into my Hippopotame, who was already poisoned, so I would be able to avoid that and set up my Stealth Rocks. But he double switches out into his Slowbro, predicting that switch, so good play on his part. And now I really can't stay in right here since I do have the type disadvantage. So I'm going to switch out into my Chansey, since it is a special wall, and you'll be able to take on the Slowbro pretty easily. But he triple switches out right here into his Nidoking. I really don't know what he's predicting, but since I am a special wall, and since Nidoking generally is a special attacker this gen, just because people like to abuse that sheer force ability, I know I'm free to stay in right here and just go for the Heal Bell just to get that poison off my Hippopotame. So he goes into his own Chansey. I'm just going to set up a Wish as he's going to lay up a Wish of his own. Now, seeing that he went for the Wish, I know he's going to go for the status move right here, possibly the Toxic. So I'm going to switch out into my Pharaoh Seed just to take that, since it is a Steel type. It will be able to avoid that Toxic, and I will be able to go back up to full HP because of that Wish. So now I'm just going to lay up my first layer of Spikes as he switches out right here into his Sigilyph, since he knows I really can't do anything to him. And now, seeing that he has that Flame Orb, I know he's going to go for the Cycle Shift right here. So I'm going to switch out into my Hippopotame just to take that. Unfortunately, he misses Cycle Shift on the first turn, but it doesn't matter because I'm just going to stay in right here, and he's going to be able to hit me with another Cycle Shift, which will transfer that burn to me. But I'm just going to lay up my rocks right here, and now I'm thinking maybe he won't go for the Cycle Shift again. Maybe he go for the Cosmic Power, since I know that's this type of Sigilyph is. That's what this type of Sigilyph is. So I'm going to switch out into my Aerodactyl, figuring I could take him on one-on-one because of the Sandstorm special defense boost, and because Stored Power isn't that strong after you only get up one boost. But he actually goes for the Cycle Shift on the switch, so he was predicting my switch. Good play on his part, and he is going to be able to get that burn on my Aerodactyl. But I know he's going to switch out right here, predicting the Taunt or the Rock Slide or Stone Edge. So I'm going for the Roost as he actually goes out into his Hitmontop. Now, seeing this Hitmontop, I thought that it might actually be a bulky Rapid Spinner, so I'm going to switch out into my Spin Blocker, which is my Dusclops, just because I was thinking that he probably doesn't carry the Foresight, since most people on Hitmontop this gen don't carry Foresight. They do carry Rapid Spin, but I rarely have seen one with Foresight. He actually goes for the Bulk Up on the switch, so this is some sort of Bulk Up 3 attacking Hitmontop. So seeing that he went for the Bulk Up, I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp as he does predict that, so which is why he's going to switch out into his Sigilyph just to avoid that. I do go for the Will-O-Wisp like I was predicting, and he's pretty much just reading me like a book right here. So now I'm going to switch out into my Aerodactyl as he's going to go for the Cosmic Power on the switch. So with that +1 defense boost and +1 special defense boost, the Sigilyph is pretty threatening, since I don't really know how much Stored Power will do to my Aerodactyl, because I know it does have that Sand special defense boost, but I really don't know. So I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide. Unfortunately, it's going to miss, and he's actually going to hit me with a Stored Power, and it actually does nothing to my Aerodactyl. So I'm free to set up a taunt right here because I know I'll be able to live another one, and I know I'll be able to live a burn. He's going to go for another Stored Power, and after the burn and the damage, I will be able to live with 9 HP, which is great because I will be able to get up a Roost. So he's going to switch out into his Mamoswine as I go for the Roost, maybe because he knows this is a losing battle, since Aerodactyl will eventually be able to stall out that Sigilyph with the pressure. I get back up to about half HP, and now I'm scared of either the Earthquake if he does predict my Roost, or the Ice Shard, which will be able to KO my Aerodactyl. So I'm going to switch out into my Pharaoh Seed pretty much as Death Fodder, because I'm pretty sure that I can probably be able to take another hit before I die. He's actually going to go for the Earthquake, maybe predicting me to Roost again. And now he's at a point of range where he will die to the next poison, so he's actually just going to go for the Ice Shard, maybe predicting me to go out to my Aerodactyl, which fails for him because he's going to die to poison, and I'm just able to get up my second layer of spikes. So now he's going to go out into his Nidoking and he's just going to go for the Earth Power. Because I am careful in nature with the Evilite, I actually will be able to take one before I die and set up my final layer of spikes. So now I'm just going to leave in my Pharaoh Seed right here just to die, so I can just get the free switch into my Stoutland, who does have that Sand Rush ability, much like Extra Drills in the OU gen, and Choice Band of Frustration after spikes and Stealth Rocks will easily be able to OKO this Nidoking. So now he's going to switch out into his Sigilyph. I don't want to take that Cycle Shift, so I'm going to switch out into my Aerodactyl, as he does go for the Cycle Shift on the switch. And I know he's going to switch out right here, which is why, actually I know he's going to go for probably the Stored Power, predicting my taunt. So I'm just going to go for the Roost, as he actually does hit me with a Stored Power. And Stored Power without any boost does as much as Leftovers, so that's really doing nothing to my Aerodactyl. So now I know Aerodactyl is like really just a good Sigilyph check. So now I know he's going to switch out right here, probably into his Slowbro that he was carrying. So I'm just going to go for the Roost on the switch, as he does go out into Slowbro. And I don't want to get hit with a Scald, even though I do have that special defense boost. I want to be able to keep my Aerodactyl as much HP as possible, since it is my #1 check to his Sigilyph. So I'm going to switch down to my Chansey, figuring I can take any hit from this thing and possibly get off a Heal Bell just to get that burn off my Aerodactyl. He's going to go for the Scald on my switch, and he actually going to get the burn on my Chansey. Doesn't matter, because I'm just going to go for the Heal Bell right here, not really just to get that burn off my Chansey, but really just to get the burn off my Aerodactyl, who is really crippled with that since it's not recovering as much HP as it could. He's actually going to go for the Calm Mind as I go for the Heal Bell, which really kind of scared me, since this could potentially sweep my team, since he's at a decent amount of HP where he can live a hit from Stoutland. So now I'm just going to go for the Toxic. Thankfully, I did change it from Thunder Wave to Toxic, so that will be able to wear down this Slowbro as he sets up on me. And he's going to hit me with a Scald. It's going to do not that much. And now I'm just going to go for the Wish right here. I could have went for the Seismic Toss just to get damage, but I had a plan. I wanted to get this thing under about half HP with the Toxic damage, which I will be able to do after he knocks me out with that Scald. And since he is at about under half HP, I know that Choice Banded Wild Charge from Stoutland will be able to KO, because it generally does 2 KO after rocks. So I'm going to my Stoutland, just going to go for that Wild Charge. I am going to take recoil damage from this, but because I did get that Wish off with Chansey, it will bring me back up to full HP, which is great, because Stoutland is just like the best revenge killer on UU Sand like ever. So now he's going to go on to his Hitmontop. I'm predicting the Mach Punch right here, so I'm going to switch out into my Dusclops just to take that. Well, not really take that, since it does avoid that because it is Ghost. He's actually going to go for the Mach Punch. I'm going to avoid that, and now I'm figuring he probably doesn't have that much to hit me bearing the Sucker Punch, which I know he has. So he's just going to go for the Stone Edge, as I go for the Seismic Toss. He's actually going to get a crit on the Stone Edge, and it does still nothing. It does less than 80 damage. So the reason I went for Seismic Toss is because I want to bait him into going for that Sucker Punch, because I do carry the Will-O-Wisp, and I knew he would be predicting it that last turn. So now he does go for the Sucker Punch as I go for the Will-O-Wisp. Fortunately, I'm going to miss, but now I know he has to go for the Sucker Punch again, since he knows that Stone Edge will not be able to take me out at this point. So I'm going to predict that, go for the Will-O-Wisp again. Thankfully, it does hit, and I'm just going to be able to almost take down this Hitmontop after the burn. So my plan right here was just to go for the Seismic Toss, just so he can KO me with the Dusclops, because I want it to be a double down right here. So he's going to KO me with the Sucker Punch, and his Hitmontop is going to go down. So now he's going to go out to his Chansey as I go on to my Aerodactyl. I'm just going to go for the Taunt, predicting the status move from this thing, because I'm pretty sure he's probably just going to go for the Toxic just to wear me down, since his Aerodactyl is a pretty big threat to my team. I do predict correctly, and now this Chansey won't be able to recover or hit me with a status move anymore. So now I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide right here just to get some damage, hoping that it's a 2-hit KO, but it actually looks like a 3-hit KO, since that does nothing. With the Evilite, Chansey is just a beast in UU. I don't even know why it's UU. It should probably be OU. So now I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide again, knowing I can take another Seismic Toss just because I do have over 100 HP. He's going to hit me with a Seismic Toss. He's going to bring me down pretty low, but after Leftovers, I'm at about 44 HP. So I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide again. Even though the taunt did wear off, I could have went for the Roost, maybe thinking that he'd probably go for the Seismic Toss, but I just wanted to be able to get this Chansey out as soon as possible. I also didn't want him going for the Toxic on the switch, so now he's going to go into Sigilyph, going to go for the taunt, predicting the Cycle Shift, do predict correctly, and now he's just going to run because he can't really win. So good game, Blingo, and later, PMP.